Word. So, 2 weeks ago, our very first show here, you came up to us, before the show even started, you came up to me and Mike and like, did you guys hear about Jussie Smollett? Did you hear about the hate crime and everything? We reacted right on the spot. Can you just update us with what's going on?
Last time we spoke, we were all disturbed. Everyone was upset. We touched base on the status of the Chicago Police Department. Have they gotten anywhere? However, today it's been said that he may have, hired people to do this crime in a ways to possibly save his career, to maybe, have a little bit more fame. No one really knows. I don't want to believe that it's true.
It's true.
It's true. That'd be a damn shame if it's true.
From what I'm hearing,
I don't know. Nothing's been proven.
FBI getting involved. It's that thing's true.
You mean to tell me he paid people money,
2 Nigerian brothers,
to beat him up,
to beat his ass?
We don't know that for sure.
It's not locked in. It's not confirmed. But from the way it's looking, how it sounds. He got to be a real dumbass to let something to set himself up to let that happen to him, just for fame, just for some exposure?
That's what it's so puzzling.
There's 2 sides. Okay, so we have one, the Chicago Police Department. They hit a dead end. Desperate. All eyes are on them. Now they have these 2 guys who could be looking for their 10 minutes of fame, coming forward, or they found them, however it may be, saying that, hey, he paid us to attack him. You have that. They could be desperate. Hey, let's take this statement. A lot of people could come forward and say, oh, I know who did it. It could be he's a celebrity. A lot of people could be making statements and accusations. We don't know what's true. Then you have the other side, because he was being written off of Empire. So you have the other side saying, he was trying to win sympathy for his career.
So you win sympathy by paying somebody to beat your ass?
T-Mac, if you don't believe it, they took him off of Empire. You're going to tell me you still don't believe it?
Listen.
They took him off his damn show.
He wasn't even started the show.
Listen.
I watched that damn show.
I want to believe that he was telling the truth.
No, it's a damn shame.
So because you're getting written off the show, and people get written off the show daily. People get written off shows daily, B. All the time. And because you're getting written off, because your character and your time is coming to an end, you find the best route to keep yourself alive, to keep yourself popular, is by paying people to beat your ass?
I mean, if there's anyone out there that feels the same way Jussie Smollett wants, and you paying people to beat your ass, I'll take half the price. I'll beat your ass. You want people to beat you?
How much they get for that?
I don't know.
I'll tell you, it wouldn't be much for me.
It don't take much, bro. It don't take much.
Does it sound that crazy? Because you have people who purposely leak sex tapes. You have people who purposely, do things to have media attention when their career or, their fame is dying down. So does it seem so absurd? No.
I tell you why.
Leaking a sex tape and paying somebody to beat you up to the point where you're hospitalized.
It's not even the fact that you pay someone to beat you up. You pay someone to beat you up, and then you come out saying it's a hate crime. You come out saying they beat me up because I am gay. This truly happens. There's really people out there that
it's believable.
Not even that it's believable. It's a shame because there's people out there that really get their ass beat or things happen to them because of their sexual orientation. So for you to come out and lie
and use that
it's horrible.
February.
On top of that,
you gotta wait till March, April.
I mean, the thing is, no matter the month, it's just a bad situation and story all around. Because pretty much like Marv said, people go through this stuff all the time. Yeah. And for you to, fabricate this whole story and use that because I'm gay, this happened to me. But in reality, you made up the whole thing. The whole thing's fake. Like our guy Sam just tuned in and said, he a whole dummy for that one. He a whole dummy. And Sam, I'm with you 100%.
Sam also has a good point of saying why not pay white men to do it, because he did say the attackers were white. So why not make your story as truthful as possible and hire the
goes back to his original comment. He a whole dummy.
But who in their right mind is going to say, hey, I'll beat you up so people can call me a bigot and a racist and a homosexual. Like, how much money is he paying to get this much fame? Like, I guess these past 2 weeks he's been all over the place.
Well,
he's been
absolutely.
on
Yeah.
good
He's been on
Good
Good
Morning
Morning America.
Well, they did put out a price. They said on the news that he paid the two men $3,500 each.
$3,500.
Now, to me,
Wouldn't
that's
have took you
not
that much.
I tell you, $1,500. I'm available.
13.
I'll give you a nice to the chin.
Bloody nose? What not?
No. To me, that's not a lot. To me, I'd be like,
No,
oh,
it's-
you want me to risk my freedom to potentially get caught, arrested, questioned?
But is
if
that
this ever comes
allegedly?
Back
For now on this
me?
show, everything we say we must say allegedly. Because every time we say something, it happens not to be true.
What are you trying to say, Marv?
I know exactly what I'm talking
No,
about.
we're not going to bring that up.
Only the
all
people
right?
in the live chat that saw 2 weeks ago know what we're talking
Listen,
about.
we're not going to talk about that, okay? Honest mistake. Anybody would have thought that was
All
true.
I'm gonna say is T-Mac reported a fake death on this show,
Please,
and
let's
had
not-
Why are we bringing that up?
had us bring our sentiments or our praises to a man who's still
No, the
alive.
worst part was Marv was really sad, and Mike was like,
You know what? Let's bring it
I
up.
want-
Let's bring it up.
Bring
now
it
that
up.
we're talking about it,
Bring it up.
T-Mac reported that John Witherspoon was dead. Live on the show 2 weeks ago.
Shocked us all.
Shocked. I'll tell you, tears was ready. Tear was ready to drop out of my eyes.
they were just making Friday part 4.
She reported on this show, Double M Media, and on her behalf, I'm so sorry that it was not.
I'm
true.
pretty sure everyone forgot about that until you guys brought it up.
It had to be said that from now on, because we're still learning. This is week 3. Everything we say is allegedly.
But now I know, lesson learned, not to trust that source. That's all.
Just say
Yeah,
what
not-
was the source?
Not everything on Google that you read.
What was
It
the
wasn't
source?
just
What was
Google. It was
wasn't
everywhere.
Media takeout or
Was
something.
it Shade Room?
Possibly.
It was the
Oh my gosh. Ah man, but when I really look at this story and laughing at our guy Sammy, he said he would have just beat him up for $35. That's all it would have took him. Just the way that, that's the route you want to take in terms of just keeping your name in the public eye and the media. It's sad to see. I mean, people do crazy stuff in this world all the time.
It's not unnormal. This happens all the time. People do.
hate crimes, though. A fake
I'm not
hate crime.
surprised. I'm not surprised. If you can put out a sex tape revealing yourself, whoever is in that tape, and you could potentially have
really
kids.
comparing
like,
You keep bringing up. You keep bringing up the sex tape.
if
Who
you
got you
can
bothered?
Listen. There's plenty out there. But if you can do that, then why is it that a hate crime, you wouldn't believe someone would do that?
Because I'm having a hard time with the comparison.
To me, a hate crime would bring more
so
media,
let me
more
get this
attention than
straight.
a sex tape.
When you say
Yes,
sex tape,
definitely, yes.
when you say sex tape, people leaking a sex tape, sex tape gets out and the celebrities like, oh, I don't know how
my
this got out.
goodness.
But you can't really compare that to, getting your ass beat and having these photos of you with a black eye. And I don't think it's the same because one's a sex tape. You can't really hold too much on that person in comparison of having pictures of your face swollen and getting beaten up. That's where I kind of maybe feel as if, is it true? Is it not true? That's why I keep flip flopping back and forth because he really got beat up pretty bad.
And he could go to jail for this. From what I'm reading, he can face serious time. You're gonna risk all of that for fame?
You have
Like,
police officers wasting their time running around the city off of, false accusations that you gave them.
You'll need to connect to the internet.
And it's just a bad look all around for
Hold on, Siri. Sorry.
That's just a bad look all around, Again, if it's not true, you have the police and whatnot putting all this work on to help this guy who went
And
through.
then you have people like us reporting on the issue like, oh, we need justice.
Luckily
we need
for
answers.
this, we weren't the only ones.
Exactly.
Luckily for this one, it was the sources were out there that we really thought something really happened.
Everyone was
to him.
sending their prayers, their support.
Yeah.
Everyone was let's support him. Let's find justice. This needs to come to an end. You got all these people rattled up and upset, and for what? You know, when stuff like this really does go on. And now, let's say someone else comes forward like, hey, I was attacked, and are they going to be, you know, looked at as, oh, let's double check and make sure he's telling the truth?
Unfortunately,
you know,
for someone of
now
that status,
you just made us go 10 steps backwards, you know? So
it's that's why I keep going back to the word. It's shameful, you know, because like you mentioned, bringing people 10 steps back. Things like this happen to people's lives, unfortunately, and it's wrong and it's sick. And for you to try to take advantage of people's stories like that and make it your own, if it is true, he should face jail time. It's just unacceptable.
I tell you, and they ain't gonna treat him right in jail. They sure won't.
Well, I hope it's not true, and I hope
sure won't treat him in jail.
He was telling the truth, and if he was telling the truth, I hope he really does get the justice that he deserves. I just think it's
sound like you believe him.
I want to believe him. I do.
She believes him.
I really want.
Once
to.
I heard Empire asked him,
you think OJ's innocent too?
Oh boy.
Now he got.
I'm sorry.
All these topics.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have went that direction.
Listen to him.
I truly
for a second, I thought T-Mac was going to answer.
What are your opinions on the fact that it might have on his career? What do you guys think going forward? Let's say it blows over. It's not proven guilty. It's not proven that, you know, it's innocent. Let's just say it blows over. No one knows what really happens. Do you think his career will still thrive the same way that it once was when he was on Empire?
You know, I personally can't speak on that because I don't watch Empire. I'm not a fan of Empire. But the fact that he was able to get a spot, and do you watch the show? Was his spot like pretty popular and famous?
He had really.
Because he had that spot, I'm assuming he could possibly get other roles. I mean, he wasn't on Empire as an extra, just somebody in the background.
So you think his career will continue to?
If this story blows over, and you know, I don't know, because it seems pretty deep now. The way now he's on the offense of, is it real? Is it not real? I don't know how it will turn out, but if for some reason it did happen to blow over, just due to the fact that he had a pretty prominent role, like you said, on that show, maybe he should be able to land.
There's a lot of ties, a lot of friends. What's the next show to come out on Fox? I don't see why it wouldn't. And things blow over all the time. I mean,
this
R. Kelly situation way back when blew over. Worse than this.
This is tough. I don't know if
his career will still move forward if this situation was to just blow over.
So what if
I think it takes a hit.
See, if it was true and they couldn't find the guys who beat him up, whatever, the police couldn't find him.
They can't prove that he paid these men.
And he stopped pursuing it.
Over.
You know, he healed up and he was fine. He stopped pursuing it and just went on with his life. Would it blow over like that? Is that what you mean?
I'm saying if it was to blow over, which is a possibility, happens all the time.
Blow over because he really did get.
Exactly. Right. So let's say they can't prove he paid these men to attack him. Let's say they can't find out who did it. Either way, the situation blows over, and now you have these two sides saying he's lying, he's telling the truth.
Right.
Do you think his career will continue to go on the same way?
I think it takes a hit, regardless of with your scenario you're saying. We already saw what Empire did, right? That was his biggest format right there.
Yeah.
And people are going to be wary about him now. No matter what, he has that hanging over him. When you think of Jussie Smollett, you don't think of the actor. You don't think of the singer that he is. You think of this scandal that just happened. So I think it takes a hit. I'm not saying 10 years down the road, you know, he can rebrand himself and things like that whatsoever, but if it just blows over, I don't know if we're talking about Jussie Smollett, you know, big role again.
It takes a hit, but I think when we think of Jussie Smollett, you're gonna think Empire, and then you're gonna think the scandal. So I think both ways, he might be able to come back from this.
It remains to be seen. You know, we'll see how it all unfolds with his situation and case.